Good morning, everyone. I don't know if you're joining me so early. It's 6:30 in the morning in Fairfield, Pennsylvania. Um, but if you are, then drop a comment that you're here. I want to see, I want to know that you're here, that you're ready for this event that we're going to be holding today, whole day, well, till the afternoon in Fairfield, Pennsylvania, bridging the gap between computer science and pathology with fantastic guests. And I'm just clicking stuff around because I'm going to be managing the broadcast and I have my team helping me today. And I see some people joining. Fantastic. Francesco, welcome. Francesco is going to be a speaker later. So I wanted to jump on on my own before my guests arrive because we have lectures back to back, and I tried to give a little bit of context about this event before the lecture at 7 o'clock. So in half an hour I have to be done with this rambling before we actually start. But so I wanted to give a little bit context, and we have more people. Hello from Australia, great to have you. Fantastic. So cool that you're here. So whether you're when you're live or when you're watching replay, drop a comment and tell me where you're from. So this event that so many of you signed up for, I want to give you massive thank you, massive love. We have over 800 people signing up for this, and we also have guests from Germany. We have guests from Martinsried. That's hey Ivan. Hey, I'm gonna be greeting my friends. It's so great, Ivan, that you're here. Fantastic. And South Korea, mega extra great. Fantastic. So, um, let me structure my talk. I'm super excited, but not to ramble too much. I have notes what I want to talk to you about. So, this event, right? It's a event of full of lectures about computational pathology. This is my sabbatical project. Sabbatical. What's a sabbatical? So different definitions across the world, from the ancient times when every 7 years you would take a year off to do something meaningful for the world. So it just so happens that my employer, my job with Charles River Laboratories, they have a sabbatical program. And welcome everyone who's coming and dropping comments below. They have a sabbatical program. This is a 1 month program, not a 1 year program. But after 3 years of working with the company, you are eligible for 1 month of sabbatical. And I thought, oh, this is fantastic. I want to do this. But what do I do? Obviously, something in the area of digital pathology. And I was thinking what to do. And this it was supposed to be a series of videos. And then in the course of planning and in the course of partners coming in to help out. So here, big shout out to our partner that was spreading the word, Global Engage. Global Engage is an organizer of digital pathology and artificial intelligence conferences. And the next one coming up is in London. So big shout out to them. This is going to be a lot of shout outs here today. and we have my team on board as well from the Philippines. Fantastic. So first shout out to Charles River. Second shout out, actually, before we do shout out for Global Engage, is Radboud University Medical Center, the Computational Pathology Group. These are my speakers, my guests, and they are freaking fantastic. So the person that you might know most is Jeroen van der Laak, and we're going to be kicking off at 7 o'clock with him. I didn't manage to get him live, and I'm going to tell you why. Some are pre-recorded and some are live. Originally, everything was supposed to be live. So the, let's say, most famous person in this digital pathology circle is Jeroen. Jeroen is one of the 3 leaders of the computational pathology group at Radboud University Medical Center. They have computer scientists in the pathology department. So it's not a computer science department, it's embedded in the pathology department, and they work on pathology problems. So he's one leader, the other leader Francesco, the other one is Gert Lietjens, Francesco Giampi and Gert Lietjens, and they all will join us today at one. We have Emirates. This is fantastic. At one point or another, they will join us, and Jeroen is the first. So I reach out to him and tell him, could I come for a sabbatical to your group? And at that time, I didn't really have a plan what it's going to be. I just knew this is a fantastic group. He publishes a lot. He speaks at conferences, and he's like smart and cool. So I want to learn from him, but how? So I reach out to him and say, oh, could I do a sabbatical with you? And he's like, sabbatical? Like, what do you mean? Charles River Laboratories, like, what are you going to come visit us for a month and then learn stuff and bring it back to your company? We charge for this service. So I'm like, I need to like figure out something that's good for everyone, that's good for all the parties involved, and is bringing value to you guys. You are my people who are like the reason why I'm doing this. And so many of you, over 800 people want to be here, and even in at 6:37, which is fantastic. And I have people from Poland. This is great. From Germany. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. And Europe, obviously, it's not 6:30. It's a little later, so I very much appreciate you. So Jeroen tells me, like, what do you want to do? So I'm like, let me go back and think how I can figure something out that is good for my Charles River people, because there I had to apply. I had to make a project, like, what am I going to do in the sabbatical? And is it like good for the company as well? I mean, I can do fun stuff, but they're not going to be paying for this. It has to bring value. So, and I have people from France. Welcome, France. So I go back, I think about it, and I'm like, what about a series of videos that together, when watched together from the beginning till the end, will be like a curriculum for someone who's entering the digital pathology space. I am not aware of any course being out there, and if you know courses, please give me a comment in the chat. Give me a comment that there are courses out there, and there is a digital pathology course from the National Histology Association and Digital Pathology Association, but it's a little different. It covers also like the pre-analytical, but this computational thing for focus on image analysis, there was nothing out there. And because I'm creating videos on this on YouTube anyway, and my YouTube people, drop a comment that you're on YouTube, because that's if the technology fails, go to YouTube, because we're streaming across LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. And we already, in the morning, I met with the team. We started troubleshooting before the event even started. And one of the things was like, your event at 7:30 on LinkedIn got canceled. It's not canceled. It's if LinkedIn is not there, Facebook is not there, go to YouTube. There's going to be a playlist where the first thing that you're going to be seeing in this playlist is the current lecture. So yes, but okay, so no curriculum, no like somebody joining, and I ask Jeroen, okay, would it be valuable if I prepared? I know it would be valuable for my digital pathology group at Charles River. When we get new people, they have to get onboarded on certain image analysis concepts to learn about the technologies. It's definitely valuable for me. But would it be valuable for you if you had a resource that you could give to people who are new in your group? And then I drafted an agenda. The agenda was like from the very like fundamental things, like creating whole slide images, which is going to be one of the second lecture that we're going to have from a pathologist and from a computer scientist perspective. And I'm not going to be the pathologist talking. We're gonna have a pathologist guest who's actually part of Jeroen's group. So he not only is in the pathology department, he also has computer scientists and pathologists in his group doing PhD for in the space. So the curriculum is structured from the very fundamental things, like how our image is created. So even like what's light microscopy, because people come switch to this field from different imaging modalities, many from radiology. Pathology images are totally different than radiology images. So we want to have this to set up the stage all the way through, all the way to domain shift explanation and mitigation the risk from domain shift. So like what happens if we want to model for slides that come from different labs, from different scanners, and we were going to have a talk about that, to a discussion of two pathologists, and me being one of them, the other one being Leslie, who is going to be at the beginning as well. And she, big shout out to her. She is going to stay up late till like 10 o'clock in the evening to talk about the acceptability of AI tools in the pathology community and what can we do to have them more acceptable. So it's structured as like from the beginning till the most cutting edge. And obviously, like in 6 months, our most cutting edge lectures are probably not going to be more that cutting edge anymore, because this field develops like crazy. But that's okay. This is a fantastic entry point and also a fantastic refresher. So I have recorded a couple of those lectures already. I think maybe 4 out of 12. So most of them are going to be live. So you will be able to give me comments. You will be able to interact. You will be able to ask questions. So because we have lectures back to back and we are very tight on time, that's why this commenting feature, I wanted this to be lifetime, real life, real time, whatever, however you. Yes, I have a question here. Is this whole thing going to be recorded and will be available on YouTube? Yes. It's going to be also available in different other places. Let's address that, because I guess I didn't do a good job communicating this. Yes, everything is going to be recorded. And that goes back to this sabbatical idea. I wanted to have something good for Charles River, good for Radboud University, something that does not take tons of the team's time, gives me benefit of the education, and also gives you the benefit of this being your resource. So yes, everything is going to be recorded, and you will have immediate access to all the recordings in YouTube. But not only that, our speakers, every single person, and all the institutions that they're supporting, meaning Charles River and Radboud University, said it's okay for us to release this under the Creative Commons Attribution License. What does that mean? That means that those lectures are going to be available for you for free forever to do whatever you want with them. And you can Google what's the Creative Commons Attribution License. It's CC BY. You can basically take them, download them, and do whatever you want with them, as long as you attribute the authors of this content. So it's for you. Like if you decide that, oh, my department needs this series of lectures for everyone who comes in, but I don't want to send them to YouTube, I will place them in whatever the repository is for Creative Commons content. I'm going to be doing this after the event, and I'm going to be sending you links. This is for you, hopefully forever and for free. And everybody said yes to that. No, like you can take it, you can make a repository of your own. So definitely there are going to be lectures. Also, it's a whole day back to back, and you might be at a different time in your digital pathology, computational pathology journey. So you might not be interested in the very fundamental stuff. Okay, you go have breakfast and come back after lunch, and you have everything there for you. So yes. And I see more people joining from UK. Thank you for joining. This is amazing that you're here with me so early. So, yeah, I need my notes because I totally lost myself. Yeah, so I negotiated with Jeroen. Okay, he says, my people are busy. Like, you cannot take their time. I'm like, okay, how can I take just a little bit of their time, but still make it valuable for everyone? So I took a little bit of time from everyone. It amounted to like 12 hours of lectures, but nobody was like deprived of a lot of time. And I was the one setting it up. And I'm going to be bringing this to my work, to my Charles River team as well. We're going to have access to this. And yeah, okay. Then, yeah, let me tell you about the organization of this. So it was supposed to be everything live. Everybody was supposed to join live, and we had a date set. And then it turned out I cannot do this on this date. We originally were supposed to do it on the 21st of October. So we had to move it. And that meant, of course, that people started having conflicts. So that's why I have 4 pre-recorded videos, because those people had conflicts. But I still wanted to have it in the same order because it makes sense. The order makes sense, especially for people who are new to the field. I wanted to have it like that. So not everything is live. And you will, in the thumbnails, for every video on all the platforms, there's a little thumbnail that has this LinkedIn circle, and it's either live or recorded. So you will know which one is recorded. And obviously in the recorded one, I cannot ask you to interact with me, but please do put questions in the chat, because that guides me with what I should talk about and who should I invite to the podcast or for YouTube videos or for webinars to give you the best value. So even if if it's a recorded one, if I'm not currently asking you, oh, drop the questions, just whatever comes to your mind. This is why I wanted this to open platform like this. So you all have to register, because I want to send you reminders. I want to send you where those lectures are later so that you can download. I mean, there's a way to download from YouTube, but it's not the main purpose of the platform, so they make it difficult. And I tried to download my own video the other day, and it told me, no, you cannot do this because you should not download from YouTube. But I bet people who are very good with computers, and many of you are, so drop me a comment if you are from the pathology or the life science side of things or the computer science side of things. This is super important information for me. I want to know, so first of all, obviously, where are you from geographically, if you haven't already, even if you're watching the replay. Second question is pathology/life science or computer science. I want to know that. So, and now obviously I lost my train of thought. Yeah, so I wanted to download my own video and it didn't work. So you had to register. And yeah, I see some computer scientists. Fantastic. This is great. And so, yeah, you will get access to everything. And that's why I needed your email address and obviously to communicate with you in the future. So thank you very much for providing me this information. I very much appreciate that. And I will be trying to, well, I'm not going to be trying. I will be providing you value throughout your digital pathology journey. That's my goal. That's my mission with the content that I'm producing. And we have a pathologist from South Korea. Fantastic. We have a clinical histopath trainee. So this is the pathology and life science side of things. I bet we will have some image analysis people who are kind of like in between, because they do the image analysis, but they're not really trained computer scientists, and they interpret the pathology, but they're not really pathologists. Oh, wow. I have a pathologist with background in computer science. This is a very rare breed. And I do not belong to this group. I am only pathologist with background in pathology, and my digital pathology journey came after. We have computer scientists. Felipe, fantastic. Okay, good. Keep dropping me where you're coming from, which area of science you're coming from. So, thank you to like being so interested. I know I've been bombarding you with posts on LinkedIn and on the other social media platform. Like, okay, just have this event finally, because we're tired of seeing your face in front of our face talking about this event. But it worked. But it not only worked because of me showing up for you almost every day before the event, and it also worked and I already talked about our partners. One of the partners is Global Engage. So at the time when I was thinking about this sabbatical, William from Global Engage reached out to me and said, "Oh, you're doing cool stuff. Like, can we partner on something?" We didn't really have a plan what we're gonna be partnering on, but then I was thinking about the sabbatical, and I'm like, you guys are really good at organizing those events. And I visited your event in, we have another computer scientist, fantastic, from LinkedIn. So you guys are very good at organizing those events. I visited one in New York, the Digital Pathology and AI conference. It was great. I loved it. Would you be up for helping me spreading the word, and also with your people that are attending your events, and they also organize some digital events? And he said yes. And I was like, yes, we have a massive partner that like does this for a living, distributes information to people about digital pathology. So big shout out to Global Engage. But not only that, we then thought with William, okay, how can we engage other partners that are not really doing this, but are also in this space, and maybe this would be valuable for their audiences. So we reached out to some partners. One of the partners is my partner, like my official uh, business partner, Pathology News, a website that provides you with pathology news, like the name says. And we have another computer scientist, Amar, fantastic. So Pathology News, and I reach out to Jonathan from Pathology News, and they are great. They're distributing my podcast to their audience, and I'm super grateful for that. And I tell Jonathan, I know it's super short notice. I think I reached out to him 1 week before the event, and I say, could you let your people know that we're doing this? I mean, I should have done it like in the first place. We're partnering, so it's my bad. But if it's still okay for you, if it's not going to annoy your people, could you let them know? And they did. And they did send an email to their list. They showed this event on social media. So, big thank you, massive love to Pathology News as well. And then we reached out to a couple of vendors. And one of the vendors that supported this was Prussia. I reached out to a friend she's the marketing responsible person there, to Sydney, and I asked Sydney, would this be okay to talk about it to your people? And obviously with the particular vendors, you are a little bit conscious like what you're promoting, but she said yes. She said yes, and she also distributed. So Prussia, shout out to Prussia, and you will be getting like message about who made this possible after this event. So if I can ask you for a favor, just click on the link of the partner that you're most interested in. This is to show them love for distributing information about this event. If not for them, we would not have so many of you here. So yeah, I wanted to give a shout out to them, and I hope I didn't forget anyone because that would be very embarrassing. I hope not. And if I have, I'm gonna check, during the next lecture, if I have forgotten anyone who helped me out. Um, Thank you to you very much, to those whom I didn't mention. My team, I have a team that's supporting this effort as well. Big love to you for like last minute swapping the events. That's why we have some cancellation on different platforms, and swapping, putting the thumbnails together. So this, and I will look up if I forgot anyone, and then in the next lecture you're going to hear about this. Yes. So that's the behind the scenes about this event. Big thank you to everyone who's joining. I was not sure if I'm going to be talking to myself at 6:30, but now you are here and I'm so happy. The next lecture is recorded, so I have a chance to grab a coffee. Fantastic. And then I'm going to be back with you to talk about whole slide images. Whole slide images are it's like, I think to the digital pathology community, it's obvious they're big. Like, you don't question anymore that they are big. But computer scientists have their challenges. And when the other day I was trying to explain those images, how big those images are, to a colleague who has done so much work in AI, machine learning, and also working with images. And he told me that some other images were big, like that they were massive. And I'm like, massive? Have you seen a pathology image? Do you know that one pathology image at like 40x magnification at full tissue, not just a little square 1.5, no, 15 millimeters, just like full tissue, can be as big as a 2-hour HD movie? He's like, is she serious? Like, is she joking? Like, is she confusing the length? And he actually went and checked it, and he was intrigued how big our images are. So we're going to be talking about this right after the kickoff with Jeroen. Join me for the kickoff anyway, and comment that you're there, comment that you're live, comment that you're watching replay, because not only our partners can contribute to giving it to more people. Every like, every comment makes the algorithms on the platform show it to more people who have similar interests to yours. So you can totally, with engaging with this content today, make it go to more people. And I have also seen you sharing it on social media, and I so very much appreciate that. Every person that sees this can get access to this, and with your help we can like make this go viral. Everybody will have access to this knowledge, and I explicitly wanted to make it, we're going to be citing papers, we're going to be citing different methods, but I wanted to be accessible to people with different backgrounds. I wanted this to be our middle ground. So, with that being said, I will say hi to Gonzalo from Chile, and I'm going to get my coffee, and I see you in the next lecture. Thank you so much.